Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to the Wealthy You podcast. I am your host, Terry Black, the Wealth Sharer, and I'm here to share wealth so you can build wealth. And by sharing wealth, I'm going to help you connect to your God-given purpose within your business life so you can grow and prosper. So I'm really excited about this episode because it is something that is just really touches me, because it's something that I remember being ashamed of and walking through trying to get out of being ashamed of the fact that I still work a corporate job while I run several businesses. Are you someone who is in that same space? Because this conversation is for you. We have somehow been, groomed, so to speak, to feel guilty about operating in a 9-to-5 while we're still getting our businesses where we want it to go. And, as you guys follow me, you know that where we need to go is based on God's plan. And God is all up in the plan, which is what I love because His plan is perfect. One of my aunts, who is actually the owner of Say It Mean It SaaS, she does note cards, and she's been saying that for many years. But with that, God's plan is perfect in that journey of going from your 9-to-5 and running a business is accomplishment for many. But I'm here to tell you, if you are operating a 9-to-5 and you're still doing your thing in your business and you're still following through on a plan that God has for you, and you are booked and busy no matter which way you look, you are doing the thing. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, because to be in your 9-to-5 and then find the time with navigating the space of a business operation, whether you have a product or service, is a huge accomplishment in itself. And I am also learning to let go of the ideas that I need to hide behind my business and not talk about my 9-to-5. Let's break it down. So my 9-to-5 has allowed me skill sets that I can use in all of my businesses: customer service, sourcing, supply diversity, negotiation, leadership, helping groom others from, understanding how to work on projects, how to manage projects. There's so many things, and the list goes on. There's so many things that I have learned in my corporate world, 9-to-5, so to speak. My hours vary, I have flex time, y'all. So within my, close to 20 years, without aging myself, of being in corporate, I have learned so much. And I actually been working since I was 16 years old. So for me, there's certain things that you learn along the way that is valuable in your business. I now understand how to help an organization not just manage contracts, but actually write contracts, redline contracts, look at analysis that talk to, the pricing, the cost of goods, where you are today, where's the supplier trying to get you to, where do you need to negotiate, what is that breakaway point. I'm a trained negotiator, so the skill sets that I'm learning on negotiations, being able to build a team, that is valuable. These things are valuable in a business operation. I'm able to build a team for them to run efficiently, effectively, by finding the holes in the process, helping them learn what it is to navigate through a business. And I'm thankful to be in a space of an organization where it's more of an entrepreneurial type of mindset, but those things marry into your business. So I want you guys to think about, what skill sets are you learning in your current 9-to-5? Which of those skill sets can you bring in to your business? And it does not matter what type of business you have. If there's a business and there's customers, there are key things. You're going to have suppliers, whether that is software suppliers, whether that is, where you get your goods and services from. If if you have books, printing, all those elements of a business is important. Customer service. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am a big customer service advocate. If you are doing customer service, then you need to love people. Okay, you cannot be a business operator, in my opinion, and run effective, loving, giving business and serve the way God wants you to if you don't have a love for people. Okay, so customer service, and that can work in different ways. We have people who work in retail, and we have people who work behind the scenes. And it doesn't have to be retail, but if you work for an organization that has key people that make decisions and you're watching those transactions happen, that is what you need to pay attention to in your 9 to 5 to be able to translate it in your business. Guys, I say to this, many times, there are lessons to be learned in your business. A lot of people want to go from point A to Z without going through each letter, okay? Each letter may represent something for you to learn. So when you are trying to skip down the alphabet and skip down the road without really understanding what it is that you need to look at as you're walking the path, you might be missing out on opportunities to scale in knowledge, okay? Because we talk about scaling in money, but if you want to scale in money, you need to scale in knowledge, and that's how you grow. Investing in yourself means that you are allowing yourself to learn information so you can do better. Whether that is you paying for the information or the information is coming to you free, it's still an investment in your knowledge. And it's super important for you to understand how it translates in your day-to-day. So, as a business life coach and a money coach, a wealth coach, I help people be able to bridge those gaps, okay? But with that said, I need you guys to, celebrate the fact that you are still in your 9 to 5, learning skill sets that you'll be able to help manage your business. Whether you're doing it to pay the bills or you're doing it because God told you not to move. So I'm going to tell you guys about my story. I am a leader in a $14 billion operation. And with being a leader, I have a team that I manage, and God has told me it's not time to leave. God's been telling me it's not time to leave. So remember God's timing. Sometimes we have our own plan, but God's plan is better, y'all. I have many testimonies, countless testimonies to God's plan being better. So with that said, I need you to understand, again, with me knowing it's not my time, God has already told me why I need to stay, the reasons behind what it is that I need to do. So when I do leave, my team's not drowning. I've established, different strategies and business practices, best practices within my team and the organization to where they are running effectively and not eating into the company's bottom line, because my team is helping the organization become excellent. So again, but I also know there's the component of leadership, and there's a reason why God wants me to stay to develop my team. And then also, I'm also developing. Personal development is coming out of me being in this organization. So I can now talk to my clients and give them insights of if they have a product or service, things that they can do to negotiate, or tell them, hey, you might want to look at that contract. You might want to revisit that contract. You may want to negotiate on this cost with the supplier, because guess what? There are suppliers out there, no names, who will tell you that they're doing a certain increase, to the software or to the goods and services that you buy from them, and people take it for face value. No one actually, and I say no one, I'll take that back because I don't know that for sure, but there are very few people and organizations and business owners who are actually looking at the details because they trust the teams that they have are looking at it. And I'll tell you, people are so busy in their day-to-day that they aren't sitting down to crunch the numbers. How can you know to crunch numbers in a role that never required you to look at numbers? So if you're not a numbers person like me, this will go over your head. I have seen a company say they're going to raise the goods in a certain percentage, and then we go back and we look and it's actually more than double what they say. So again, you have to do your due diligence as a business owner. But how do I know that? Because I'm learning those skill sets in my 9-to-5. So I love being a leader in my 9-to-5. I love leading my team. I can't wait to build out my own company to where I have a larger team that I can help groom. Because the type of leader I am, I love to pour into others. I want my team to know more than I do. And that is a quality leader. Someone who's not afraid to give information in the fear of someone else being better than them. So we have to acknowledge that in your 9-to-5, there are gems in that 9-to-5. I encourage you guys to build more relationships with more people within the organizations where you're at so you can enhance on your skill sets. And there's more to it, guys. I'm going to get to it in a minute. I really want to just touch on the fact that I want you to no longer hide behind any shame like I used to. And I say used to because I'm not hiding behind shame anymore. I have a 9-to-5 that I'm very successful in, but I also have businesses that I'm very successful in. And God has allowed me the ability to pivot through all of it and still be successful. Key word, successful in everything that I do. I know when I need to focus on this business versus that business, focus on my 9-to-5 in the hours that I'm there. And when I get home or on my way home, I can do things in my car, do things leaving, going downstairs, whatever it is, when I'm leaving my job, I can now turn to my businesses and give it my full attention and work the plan that God has given me. So, and use your lunch time as well, guys, right? There's always opportunity. You have before you go to work, you have your lunchtime, and you also have after work hours, okay? And don't think that you can't do it all, because there are people out there like myself who are navigating the 9-to-5 space while operating several businesses. And the reason why, and they may not recognize it, is because it's not time for them to leave. So yes, we've heard people celebrate going, leaving their 9-to-5. And that's when we want to say that they are a true business owner. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you're operating a business and you're still in your 9-to-5, you are still a true business owner. No one gets to tell you otherwise. Do not believe the naysayers, because we have set this bar on what accomplishment looks like. But if you are working a 9-to-5 and you are doing your thing in your business, I want you to celebrate that. Let's go ahead. In this moment, I'm clapping for you guys, okay? I want you to celebrate that, because it is so important for as you are working in your business, before God continues to expand your territory, that you actually welcome the wins that you are working on right now and acknowledge the invisible wins that you cannot see. Go back and look back and say, and realize that you are accomplished because you are doing it. You're waking up every day and going to a 9-to-5. You're staying up late and doing your business, the works and the tasks in your business, or you have someone on your team that is helping you facilitate different tasks. But celebrate yourself. Do not miss the opportunity to be happy in this moment, to know that you are doing the thing. So another reason why you may be at your 9-to-5 is that God wants you to focus on other things, because you may not be ready for the expansion that you want. And when I say other things, there are mindset shifts that you need to do in order to get to the state of wealth that you want, so you cannot lose yourself in the process, so that you are not being mean to people because you haven't learned how to be generous to people, and you haven't made it a consistent habit to where it becomes your part of your personality. God is not, I want to be mindful because God will, right? I can't, I have to be mindful of saying I don't know, okay? But for me, God is not going to expand my territories until I am fully ready for that. And for me, I have young children. I have a 12-year-old, I have a 16-year-old. So God knows that my children needs me to be present. So yes, I work a 9 to 5. Yes, I manage several businesses, but God also tells me when to have that quality time with my husband and with my children to where they can see that I am present and they are not feeling like they are missing out on their mom. If God was to expand my territory right now, I may not be able to be present for my children. So God told me, be okay with slowing down. I also told God I'm okay with slowing down because I know that I want to be there for my kids. That is super important to be present. I want to be there for my husband. It's super important for me to be present. And I want to be there for myself because I don't want to deal with burnout because, again, I am managing several different businesses, okay? So I know for me, this is my story, but sometimes there are similar stories out there, and sometimes people just need to hear it's okay. It's okay to slow down and not rush the process because you want to make sure that when you are working, it is tied to what it is that God has for you and you're not doing anything outside of His will. I'm going to always bring it back to God. I'm going to always tell you because, again, this is my testimony of how awesome and powerful God is. I have seen it. I have felt it. I have heard it. So I'm translating to you based on my own experiences that God will have you to wait because it's not your time yet. It may not be your time for you to expand. It may not be your time for you to leave your 9 to 5. It may not be time for you to use your current skill sets and just go into a business without expanding on more skill sets. There is more for you to do. And I want you to get comfortable with that. That is an awesome thing. Why is it awesome? Because when you allow God to lead you and to help you walk the path, and you say that, God, I surrender. I am giving you full control of my life, of my business, of my relationships, of helping me be more like God, then all I can say is just be patient and don't allow yourself to go through the hurdles of the judgment, the imposter syndrome, seeing other people, quote unquote, look like wealth, and then you're judging where you're at. Learn to love where you are at in the process, because when you love where you are at, you are saying to God, God, thank you for what you're doing for me, because I know there's things that I need to experience. I want to experience you more, God, right? God, I want you more in my life. So when you can say those things wholeheartedly, because God knows your heart, He knows when you are not saying things that is 1,000% true, and He knows when you are completely giving yourself fully. Okay, so when you can lean into God and lean into the fact that there is a master plan, and the master plan is already written, and you are in your 9 to 5 for a reason, because you need to be able to learn more skills. You need to be able to learn more about you, and you also need to learn more about people. So regardless of what capacity you're operating in a 9 to 5, there are things for you to do because God has you there for a reason. So again, I want you guys to celebrate yourself, because I am celebrating you in this moment. I want you to know that you are guided. God is guiding you. I just want you guys to lean into it more. So as you guys listen to me, you will learn more about my journey, and my journey will be able to help you in your own journey, because there are times where you don't know what you don't know, and you may not know if there's someone out there who's going through the same thing as you, because your circle of friends and family may not be in a similar journey, so they can't help you. They can't see the vision like you do. They can't see what God has for you. They don't know that you are moving with purpose. So this is how you get to the wealthy you, by being able to walk in your purpose, in your authentic self, stand in authority, knowing that God has you 1,000%. Guys, I pray that this actually help you be able to recognize that you are doing the thing. Celebrate yourself. Tell God thank you and ask Him and tell Him to continue to guide your steps. Guys, love you, and I pray that you will reach the success that you're asking God for. Not only that you will reach that success, I pray that you will be able to allow God to help you get to that success by learning how to be obedient. Hey everyone, I pray that you enjoyed this episode of the Wealthy You podcast. Again, I am your host, Terry Black. Be sure to connect with me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and stay tuned for more podcasts. If you would like to work together or be a guest on the show, you can send me an email at terry@thewellshare.com, or you can go on to my website, thewellshare.com.